everybody, how we doing again? Welcome to Let's Talk About Mental Issues. This is episode 4, and it is entitled, I'm sorry about that, I had something on the screen. Today I'm entitled, I accomplished a lot today. I got out of bed. I will tell you that a person with depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and especially like me, and again, I always say we, meaning me, and I know that there are others out there like me. Some days for us, just getting out of bed is an accomplishment. I will let you know that today has not been a good mental day for me. It's been a very anxiety, depression day for me, and there's really no reason for it. There's just nothing going on of major significance. And I'm sure up here dwelling around is something that has happened over the last couple of days, the last week, and it's just swimming around in there, and I can't pull it forward to deal with it and that's why it's back in here churning and burning, right? So when I'm talking about I accomplished a lot today, I got out of bed, that's like how I woke up this morning. I woke up this morning, and I'm telling you right now, it took a lot for me to roll over and decide to pull back the sheets and go from horizontal to vertical. It took a lot. Now, I will tell you that, that there's a certain puppy in my life that if I don't get up, she'll make me get up. And so, Heaven, come here. Come here for a sec. Everybody wants to meet you. Okay. This is a girl with an attitude right there. That's Heaven. As you can see, she takes up 90% of the couch. But when you weigh 180 pounds and you're one of the biggest Great Danes in the world, you can do that. Anyway, what I want to say about it is that for me, Heaven has really become a great emotional therapy for me. And I'm not saying that you have to get a dog to be an emotional therapy tool or anything like that. I'm just simply letting you know how much she has really helped me since we've gotten her. At the beginning of the year, I was 290 pounds, like 289, 290. I had actually cut my finger almost off. I got one of those Ginsu type mandolin things. And anyway, long story short, I had to go to the hospital. Well, they weigh you when you go in the ER and I was 289 pounds. As of this morning, I was 230.5. So we're almost in the 220s. And I got to be honest with you, I haven't been out of the 200 club since about 1994. So it's been a mighty long time. And that it's been over almost 24 years now. And I got to be honest with you, I'm enjoying it. Yes, I feel better. Everybody always, when you lose weight, you feel better. And I do. So I do feel better for sure. But again, even with that physical loss of weight and gaining of energy, and Heaven will make me run. I mean, now I run in the yard with her. And even with my heart attacks and my heart issues and stuff, my running is what most people would probably call fast jogging. I wasn't really running, right? So anyway, my point is, though, that she has really been helpful on days where I would have never gotten out of bed before to sort of help me say I have to get out of bed. So today was one of those days where I accomplished a lot because I got out of bed. Well, you might be sitting here watching this video from your bed. And I want to tell you, as you're watching these videos and that, I have been, it's been really nice. I've gotten contacts already from people who have said, hey, man, I watched your last video. I've watched all your videos, and they've been really helpful. Thank you so much. I had one person yesterday let me know that when I talked about accelerating and triggering, they go, that's me to a T. And so it was nice for them because they knew that they weren't doing that just themselves, that they weren't an oddball. And I think that's the biggest thing about talking about this stuff is people like myself who are willing to lay out there in the raw, the emotions, just all of it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what they call take a bullet for people. I'm okay with being that target, and that, if you will, to help people understand that they're not the only ones. They're not the only people that are going through what they're going through, and that others are dealing with it. But I thought it was so cool that they reached out and said that, you know, hey, you described me to a T. And I was like, well, thanks for your feedback. And, you know, reach out to me anytime. And I want all of you to know that, you know, again, I say this, and I will say this on every show that I do. You can contact me, private message me, find me on Facebook, Douglas Clark II, friend me and tell me who I need to contact. If it's you want to talk, you want to chat, you just want a Facebook Messenger, I'm here for you. I'll do it. I want to do it. I'm trying to figure out a way to maybe get a hotline phone that only will be shared. Like, I'll have it up here on the screen somewhere, and you can actually call me 24/7, 365 on that line and be there for you. So if there's anybody from phone companies that want to donate to that kind of a cause, hey, I'm all for it, right? And it's free marketing. I'll announce who does it right here every single show for them as well, because it's helping me help others. And I think that that's a good way for companies to give back. So it's just something to think about in that. And if you work for a company and you think that that might be something, that this might be a cause you want to help in, and that's something your company would be willing to do, again, contact me, let me know. And that. Anyway, get back to, I accomplished a lot today and I got out of bed. There have been days, and when I say days, I'm saying days in the fact of they're actually days where I have never gotten out of bed. I've been at the low of lows. Right after, well, this was back in 2012. I was going through a separation and a divorce, and I had my own little apartment, and I had, I think, 3 or 4 days off in a row from a job that I had gotten that I had to get because I had to have money. And I really was mentally, you have no idea. And I'll tell those stories another time. That's not what today is about. But I had like 4 days off in a row, and I want to say it was during a holiday, so Thanksgiving, something like that. Maybe I had 4 days off in a row, and I was in such a horrible condition mentally. I was not on any medications. I hadn't seen doctors. I really was. I was in a bad spot. But I went and crawled into bed, and I think maybe I left twice to go to the restroom. But as soon as I got done, I went right back to the bed. I didn't eat anything. I didn't drink anything. I just slept. Now, maybe my body needed that. Maybe my mind needed that at that time. But I can tell you that it wasn't good for me, because that's not how you can heal. And again, I understand that sometimes, you know, it's like sometimes maybe you need a day in bed. And it's like, okay, you need a day in bed. That's what you need. Take the day in bed. There's nothing wrong with taking a day. There's nothing wrong with taking 2 days, right? There's nothing wrong with, and I just said, you know, it wasn't good for me, but there's nothing wrong if you have to decompress over that amount of time. But you shouldn't have to. You should have a rock, somebody that you can call. You should have a person that you can contact and say, hey, can I come over? Could you come over? And that. So the biggest, hardest part of situations like that, and saying to yourself, I've accomplished a lot today, I got out of bed. You have to go from horizontal, which is laying down, to turning and going vertical, which is standing up. And you just have to tell yourself, I'm getting up. I'm getting up. Today I'm going to accomplish a lot. I'm going to get out of bed. Now, I got up, got out of bed. I took Heaven out. We went outside. We did a little bit of running. I have a show that I do, and then I didn't do it. I just mentally couldn't prepare to do it. I just was not in a position to do it. So I canceled the show. Well, it's kind of about the only way I can make any money sort of right now, because I can't work in a traditional job. People that don't understand you can't do that if you can't do it. Okay. And I've tried, but my point is that, so that was like a way I was going to make some money today. Well, when you cancel that, then you're going, oh man, now what am I going to do? I need this money and I was supposed to make this money and I feel like a failure, right? Well, you can't let that get in here. So what did I do? I said, you know what I need to do? I need to turn this into a show. I need to turn this into a show, because the biggest accomplishment that I did today, the biggest accomplishment was I got out of bed. And I think that what we're going to find over time in dealing with mental stuff that we have, and dealing with people with mental issues and mental problems and mental things, I think the biggest thing we're going to find over time is that we have to be able to say, today I accomplished a lot. I got out of bed, put on a little smirky smile, whatever. I don't care what you have to do. Now, you want to hear some great stuff that's happened today, and it's small. Remember the other show, Small Things That Become Mountains, right? Well, today, one of my mountains became a small thing, but here's some great news. Today, I got 2 text messages and a phone call from one. I got 2 different daughters contacting me, one by text message, and then another one by text message, who then called me. And we talked on the phone for 21 minutes, and I was in shock. But I'm telling you right now, I accomplished a lot today. You know why? Because I got out of bed. Then look what happened. I got a little bit more. Now, I'm on a little bit of a high, right? Got to talk to one of my daughters, and we talked some in-depth stuff that, so it was a really good phone call. Well, now I'm jacked up, but you see, here's one thing that we have to realize as we go through things. And again, also for our family members, when we're doing our day, it's a small bumpy roller coaster. Okay. And when we hit those accelerators and we hit those depressive modes, all right, it's like a roller coaster ride. See, a lot of it's just small bumps. And when you hit the great big launches that take you up, well, just remember that it can have a great big fall to it as well. So I'm on this jacked high, right? But what I have to do in my mind is, no matter how high I get, I've got to keep myself on a level-ish plane, because as that excitement, as that stuff wears off, as I go, okay, well, we talked. And then in my mind, again, remember people, it's all what's going on up here, right? I'm going to start reviewing in my mind, what would we talk about? Was there anything in there that was negative? Is there anything in there that would cause her not to talk to me again? Is there anything in there? See what I mean? That's the accelerators. That's what goes on up here. You see, we don't just take the positive stuff and leave it positive, right? We evaluate in our minds. We start to backlog and catalog, and we go through and we literally review it. Most people would just be like, it was awesome. We talked to this, that, and then they move on. No, not us, especially not Dougie. Let me tell you what happens. I get up in here and I'm like, okay, was there something I could have said better? Was there another way I could have went? Was there something else I could have said? Now, I honestly feel it was one of the best phone calls that my daughter and I had, my youngest, that we have had in 2 years. And I really feel that there was progress there. Now, I say that to say this. I am not going to jack this through the roof like this, because if I do, later on could become this, right? Don't need that. Don't want that. So try to keep it as even keeled up and down as I can, just in the middle of the road. And that's where I'm saying for you today, maybe you're laying in bed watching this. Maybe somebody sent this to you and you're laying in bed watching this and you're saying, not today. I just don't want to get out of bed today. Guess what? It's okay. You can stay in bed today. All right? That's fine. It's not a problem. You're not a weirdo. You're not strange. You don't need to get over it. Okay? I want you to know that from me. But I also want you to know that you can accomplish a lot today. You know how you accomplish a lot today? Just get out of bed. I think that you'll find that there's something small out there. Something small. Don't own a comedy movie? Go get one. I find Big Bang Theory to be hilarious, right? Go out, you know, get one at the, you know, find a place that's like a half-price books or a disc replay place. We have a couple of those here in town where you can go in and you can get them for like $3. You can get them. And you sit and watch a bunch of episodes and just laugh, or find a comedian that you like that's in a movie that you think's funny. I like Mel Brooks movies. So, you know, I can throw in History of the World Part 1, Young Frankenstein, and I can just crack up, right? At the same time, find another movie that relaxes you. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. That's, I mean, for people my age, that is the movie, right? Find something that's relaxing to you. But guess what you did? You did something great today. You know what you did? I did something positive. Well, what'd you do? I got out of bed. I accomplished something today. I got out of bed. And that's all that it takes sometimes. And I haven't left the house today. I haven't went outside. I mean, other than to take heaven out, okay? But I don't consider that going outside. When I say go outside, to me, that means I've left my property, okay? So if you hear me talk about going outside with heaven, that's not going outside. If you hear me talking, I like walk to the mailbox and get the mail or things like that, that's not going outside. Opening the door and stepping out on the porch is not going outside, okay? Leaving the confines of my house, that's going outside. Okay, leaving that safety environment in my head, if you will. So that's okay. That's okay that I don't leave. It's okay that I'm not going anywhere. It's okay that I don't have plans to go anywhere. And I want you to know that too. Okay, so laying in bed watching this, not laying in bed watching this, great. But I want to tell you of those of you that are just like me, that are out there today, that today can be the day that you can accomplish something. And all you got to do is get out of bed. Just get out of bed. So listen, watch my other videos, like, share this one, send it out to people that you know. Heck, send it out to people you don't know. If you think that these videos are very helpful, comments below, and like, shares, subscribe to my channel. Really is helpful to me. It tells me that, yes, this is working. I appreciate all feedback. I appreciate all those of you that are coming out here and saying something. I'll talk about other things on other shows, but like I said, when it hit me today about the fact that I got out of bed and accomplished something today, I thought, man, this is perfect for an episode. And that's how I want these to work. I want them to be organic. I want them to be raw. And so I hope they are, and I hope that you enjoy them. So we're at 18 minutes. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.